Kick this off with functionality of the tablet, which was the last thing that I had on there, so...
It's not a tablet.
That's a problem.
I don't think it's going to be touchscreen.
See, you guys have just... Now I'm hesitating.
But why is that the deal breaker that it's not a touchscreen? Why does it have to be?
Okay, so the thing is that as a portable device, and you're trying to sell me on this device as 50% of it is a home console, 50% of it is I take it with me. That is going to replace the current tablet I have right now. I have an iPad right now. So I'm looking at this thinking like, well, if I can have a 2-in-1 and I can get rid of my iPad and this can now replace that and I can get somewhat, I don't want it to be an iPad, but if I can get that functionality to fill that void, then I'm more than willing to get rid of my iPad to have that sit in place of that. Because now you're telling me that I have to have my phone, my tablet, my computer, my
well, maybe
Switch
you should
system.
just get a computer that's touchscreen. God damn it!
And now I get my Switch system.
I have one.
But that's what's like bizarre to me is like, what's the first thing? The first thing that I saw people doing, and I'm trying to think of. I was at Best Buy, and there's a new HP computer that came out, and it was like 2 years ago. And this was 2 years ago in 2014. Mm-hmm. The first thing that people did religiously was go touch the screen.
That's so weird to me.
If it doesn't respond, that's going to be the first, like, oh, okay.
That's so weird to me because I'm the opposite.
Well,
because I have a computer that isn't touchscreen, so when I use somebody's that it is, and I touch this, like I'm trying to like, say something's on, and I wipe it, and then it moves something, I'm like, what the fuck? Like I get mad. I'm not a huge touchscreen person. That's why it's not. I don't care either way, and I'm not trying to replace anything with it. Like I do like.
I'm not trying to replace anything either.
But why do we need it?
I don't want to carry another device.
Why do you? Okay, but why do you think it needs it?
I think it needs it simply for the fact that I think that they are, whether they want to or whether they don't, they're entering into a particular market inadvertently. Whether it be purposely or inadvertently, they're entering into that space automatically by doing this system. So I think they have to be cognizant of that fact that there are people that have tablets that carry them with them every single day. Well, and it at least has to be a decent. You don't have to break ground here. Just make it. Just be an okay responsive touchscreen.
Here's the other thing that I'm thinking about with this too is why I think it's probably not going to be, and why to me it doesn't matter. Is I'm looking at my 3DS games that I have and how many of them require use of the touchscreen, and it's maybe 2 out of about a dozen. You know, I think they're maybe looking at that where developers aren't really working with it. I mean, if you look at the third-party developers that are on it with Bethesda and From Software and all this other stuff, none of them do mobile games. I mean, Bethesda does now with Fallout Shelter, but really that's it.
Yeah.
And even then, that's not something that you need to have a touchscreen realistically to do. So it's... I don't think it's necessary, and I don't think you say you're going to carry around as just another portable device. Yeah. And I don't see a reason why you should treat it like that. I mean, this is my perspective, because if I'm taking it around, I'm planning on just playing games.
See, and I look at that as...
I have my phone. Anything I can do on a tablet, I can do on my phone.
Yeah.
And it has a big enough screen where I can do it easily on a phone.
Yeah, but I think that way of thinking is too... It's too narrow in the sense of, this is my game system, this is how I'm going to only play games. But in actuality, it looks like a tablet. It somewhat functions like a tablet. Why take that half step and just not add that feature in there? And I agree that most developers don't have touchscreen functions.
Because maybe they're sacrificing the touchscreen functionality of a tablet because that's not the cheapest thing to make.
It's way cheaper now. I mean, look at Kindle.
But it's still, I mean, they're different things because they've been in it for a while.
It's proof that you can make an inexpensive touchscreen.
A shitty touchscreen?
No, it works that Kindle Fire, that $100 Kindle Fire works very, very well. I have one.
Okay, but is that going to bump the price?
But they burn out. I know more people that have had Kindles die within 2 years than they keep working.
But I mean,
where an iPad or a Samsung Galaxy Tab or an iPhone or a higher end smartphone that's made well, the touchscreen might be just as fine, but you pay more for the components.
I think if we're comparing the actual touchscreen function of it, then I think that versus the actual build quality of the hardware, that's a little bit different. So I'd say like, of course, Apple's build quality is always superior, but as far as the actual touchscreen function, it responds about the same as the iPad does. Now, whether or not it's like cheaply made or is made out of plastic, I still think that build, is not as good.
Just don't you think though they would have shown it in the trailer if it was?
And that's why I wanted to bring it up because that's what scares me. Because I think that's a huge misstep, and I'm not coming at it from the perspective of like it's a touchscreen and developers have to do that. I'm like, okay, the PS Vita, bad example, but let's say that the PS Vita wasn't as big as a failure as it was or a misstep as it was. It had a camera on there. Like there's certain things that you throw on your device that's not going to really raise the cost, but you do it to see how consumers respond to it. And I just think that you having a tablet with you in 2016, that baffles me that you can't touch the screen. Like just to navigate through the OS.
Okay.
Just like we're just talking about just basic navigating through the OS and going through settings and stuff like that. You're telling me that I can't do this and I have to go like this.
Well, okay. Well, you know what?
Hit buttons like this.
Maybe there is going to be touchscreen because if you look at the trailer, it's all gameplay. You don't see any like screen. So they're playing these games, and these games don't have touch ability. So why would you go to try to touch it in the trailer? So maybe you know what, there is a possibility of it just to function through it.
That's a good point because the UI might not be done yet.
Yeah,
and so that might have been why, and that might be like one of the only response. Then as we know after the fact that the games that were actually being played on it weren't being played on it. It was them putting digitally the game on the screen. So theoretically, what was there is just a blank screen. So that's a good point. It might actually not be done yet. So that I might be prematurely freaking out.
Yeah,
but I can't wrap my head around that. Like I just can't wrap my head around there not being a touchscreen.
I mean, they did it with the Wii U, so I mean, I can just.
But
there's a touchscreen with the Wii U, and that's
a good touchscreen.
No, but we're thinking it's going to get better.
But it's a touchscreen.
We are thinking it's going to get better. I don't think it's going to be the same Wii U touchscreen.
No, it won't be. I mean, if there is one, it won't be. Like I said, I mean, I don't think it needs to have it. I know you do. Mm-hmm. I just don't think it does because for me, like I said, if I'm buying it as a game system. I'm not buying it as a tablet replacement.
No.
Because even if it is a tablet, there's no way in hell it's replacing an iPad.
Yeah.
Just functionality alone.
No.
Because Apple spent so much time building up this software and this OS.
But
that might grab... No, I'm just playing.
No one's going to buy a Switch as a tablet.
What you're about to allude to is exactly what I'm thinking. I'm not buying this thing. It's going to replace a tablet. That's not what I'm thinking.
But you're saying you're going to get rid of an iPad if you get it.
But I'm saying if it has some of that functionality, I'd be more likely to get rid of my tablet.
Yeah, and that's one thing less that they don't have to get, and it's one less thing they have to carry around. So then, that's the system is replacing a lot of things. And if you think about it, you don't have to get another system to play all those other games, and you don't have to get a tablet because you have. And
then you're cutting out the 3DS market. You're getting rid of it's all in one, and that's what I'm like. Whether they want to or whether they don't, I feel like they're inadvertently entering into certain markets. That there's like no guys, and I'm pretty sure starting off the messaging is going to be like this is not going to replace this. This is not going to replace this. It's not going to replace this because they want to keep that messaging very narrow and strong. But I think like over time you'll start to see people. It's like, well, what's the point of me carrying around my iPad? Well, I don't need my 3DS anymore. I don't need this anymore. This is fulfilling everything that I need.
See, like now, okay. At first, I was completely like, I don't think they're gonna have a touchscreen. But now, like, it almost seems like why. I don't want to say why wouldn't they, but it's like.
Yeah.
It would make sense.
It's just me playing. It's me. Do I think that it's gonna be a touchscreen? Yeah, I do think it's gonna be. I think there's gonna be a touchscreen on there, but part of me is still scared that like Nintendo might still fuck up something along the quest of them returning to greatness. So I felt like it was necessary to bring that up as far as functionality of the tablet goes.
That's fine. I mean, I'll just be the dissenting opinion. Makes things interesting.
I don't even know. I don't even know what to think because I was like, I really didn't even consider that watching the trailer. I was like, no, I don't think so, and I don't think they'll do it.
Yeah.
But for me, I don't need that.
No.
But you make some good points. Like for other people, that's going to be something that replaces something, or it's going to be another incentive to buy.
Yeah, because I mean that market, that Kindle Fire $100 market is huge, and I feel like there could be a lot of crossover with people who are like, well, I play games as well, and I play a lot of games on my $100 Kindle Fire. Like, I could just buy this $200 system, and then I could just fulfill everything that I would ever need.
Yeah, and I think it was smart also in the trailer to show it, them playing it on the plane.
Yeah.
Because then, like, people read their Kindle on the plane. They I don't know, whatever they do on the plane.
for the tail end of this, let's not actually.
I play big games, so I don't know what other people do.
Yeah, but like I like that you brought that up. So for the tail end of this, as we're closing out like our final thoughts on this, like just the overall trailer. Like I thought that it was well constructed and put together because I think that they focused in on what it was called. Like you talked about, they like every few seconds they put the switch. They put it on.
Which
there.
I was like,
to cut that in
the first time I watched it, I was like a little. When I first watched it, I was like a little annoyed. But then I think you made a good point. It might have been you. I don't freaking know. Someone said something, but they're like they want you to know switch. Like this is switch. Like, not the NX anymore.
Switch.
This is the switch.
Yeah.
Switch.
Yeah.
Switch.
Yeah. And really nail home like okay, who's gonna be playing this? Who do we envision playing this system? And we got a great idea of that from the trailers.
Absolutely.
A lot of younger, middle-aged people.
Which that's so smart. So smart.
Yeah, I think they nailed it. Especially for really what is just a teaser still.
Mm-hmm.
I think they showed really everything they needed to show.
Yeah.
For just to drum up interest, and they definitely got that in spades.
Yeah. What is the trailer sitting at right now as far as millions of views go? Like I want to say a day ago it was at like 11, and like as we're comparing unveiled trailers with the PS4, it's beating it right now as far as views. Which again,
16.
Yeah,
Damn.
that's insane.
In 3 days.
That's insane. That's insane for a system. I mean, I'm like, I hope. Okay, so looking at this, please, Nintendo, make enough. Don't have this be. I understand that like you want to throttle
supply and
demand, but don't be Apple. Make this thing readily available for people to go in and buy.
It will be. I mean, especially concerning the fact that it's not coming out during the holiday rush.
Yeah.
I think they're going to have enough to at least get them through the first month.
Mm-hmm.
Realistically,
because I mean, the second I can go in and pre-order this at Best Buy, I'm going. I'm pre-ordering it. Like they'd have to be like a lot of. That's actually a little thing that I made at the bottom was like get negative news out ASAP. And I think because Colin, again, who we watch from Kind of Funny a lot, made a good point when they were talking about the trailer is that you want to get the negative news out first because then you can then show off games, you could show off functionality of the system, and then people will forget about all the negative news. He's like, and that kind of scared him as well, is that we're not going to get any new news until January.
Yeah.
And it's like that's only like guys, it's 8 weeks until you guys plan on releasing it. I'm like, that's still going to be in people's heads any negative news that there might be. Maybe there's not any negative news.
Yeah.
So maybe they're going to hit a home run with this and they're like, guys, 8 hours of battery life. 500 gigs of storage. We're gonna take a hit on the first year or two of selling the systems, and it's gonna be $300. Like that, then they're not gonna have enough. They're not gonna have enough.
No.
But yeah, overall, I mean, first impressions of this, like,
positive.
Solid. Yeah.
This is what they need to do to pull me back in.
I'm very hopeful.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm very hopeful. I do plan on buying one on day one for sure.
Yeah. Same.
So
maybe day one money.
Yeah.
I'm not spending like I'm gonna carve out some money from this holiday. I'm not gonna be spending a lot of money because I want to get this.
I'm not with this holiday. A lot of stuff this is a different topic, but like moving to next year.
Yeah.
So save me some money.
Exactly, a lot of money. So, all right,
Cool.
So with that is going to be episode 10.
Woo!
All Nintendo. I mean, I don't think a lot of people are gonna be disappointed because Nintendo is back. I'm happy about it. They finally got their head out of their asses, and they did something right. So, again, that's going to be Charles, Jenna, and Zach, and we're going to be signing off. Until next time, we'll see you guys.
See ya.